Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 9. So it's night 2 and they are still in Miami. They are supposed to be having a birthday celebration for Karen. Of course, Mia is acting like a complete childish jackass. And Karen told Giselle, well, this really isn't a party for me. Mia has changed her mind since I was hanging out with Wendy and figures that, if I'm close with Wendy, Wendy should throw the party and not her. Mia, of course, is upstairs with Jacqueline acting as if she can't remember anything. Karen says she didn't want me to have her a party. Mia, you are childish, you are tired, you are sick. I am so sick of this woman. Now, I did appreciate that they all went around and gave their funniest Karen moment. And my favorite Karen moment will always be the wig shift. And I also really enjoyed when Ashley stole Karen's wig and pretended to be Karen and shifted that wig. It was hilarious. I really like those two memories. Now, the fire eaters. I thought that the editors was really showing the hell out in this episode. They did a great job. I think they were doing a little too much with Karen and all the sound effects and how she was affected by these fire dancers. That was just crazy and funny at the same time. Now, Wendy saying that if Mia does not know how to use her words, she doesn't need to be around her in her size 14s. And I said, you know what? Mia's feet is getting bigger and bigger every season. Last season, it was size 13. Earlier this season, Ashley said size 13, and now they're size 14. These women are not going to stay off of this woman's feet. It's just not going to happen. And it's so crazy that she is so grown and she doesn't know how to communicate. She doesn't know how to have any kind of discourse with a person, even when you're upset with them. Even when you are angry and pissed off with someone, you still should be able to have a conversation, even if the conversation is a little high-pitched. You know what I mean? You should still be able to talk without getting physical. Do I condone violence? No. Have I had violence in my life? Yes. Because I was young once and I had a hair trigger. I will pop you, back in the day. But now that I've grown up, I try not to do that. I'm just saying. It's time for Mia to grow up. We as grown people, we as parents, we tell our kids all the time, use your words, right before they're about to throw themselves on the ground and kick their feet. You shouldn't have to do that with a 30-something-year-old woman. Ashley and Giselle want to come at Candiace about Chris's tweets. And I was team Candiace 100%, and I saw that Karen was bobbing her head, so I think she agreed. You guys want to come on this platform and shade the shit out of this man, making up a whole bunch of nonsense, but you don't want him to be able to defend himself on Twitter. Personally, I don't give a damn. I don't think that his text messages were threatening, but I think he should be able to say whatever the hell it is he wants to say. You guys are dragging him for filth. Could have some real life situations happen for him. This man could lose his job. It could be anything that pops off because you want to show the hell out and have a storyline on this show. So if he sends you some negative tweets, deal with it. Now listen. First, Giselle was neck. Then she was ankles. Now she's dusty vagina. Ashley's always been forehead when it comes to Candiace. Candiace is a full-on mess. But I'm here for it. You know what, Giselle? All you had to do was shut the hell up. Seriously. I felt uncomfortable. Did he touch you? No. Did he say anything inappropriate? No. Did he leave when you asked? Yes. I'm uncomfortable. Uncomfortable for what? You walked in that room with him. When you opened the door and seen that there was nobody else in there, you didn't turn around and come right on back out. You went in. I mean, seriously. Get the hell out of here. And can I just point out, earlier in last week's episode, when Robin was molesting that young 21-year-old boy, I don't think she asked him permission to rub him down. You know what? I was uncomfortable, and I'm pretty sure his mama was watching and she was uncomfortable too. Your grown 47-year-old ass, get off my son. I'm just saying. I mean, seriously, you want to talk about uncomfortable? You didn't ask that man permission to rub all up his arms. I'm just saying, moving on, because I'm getting upset. I'm passionate.
What is being made up? First, we have Forehead claiming that my husband is coming on to her friend. Then we have Dusty Vagina over here claiming that my man wanted to play anywhere near that. You all are so miserable with your long, rolling hills of necks that you want to come for my marriage.
What's next?
So that's what you're going to do? You're not going to receive anything?
I'm not going to address a rumor. What is next? Who else wants to go?
Uh-huh.
You got something? You got something?
If I cuss y'all the out, then I'm loud and aggressive. When I move on, now I'm defensive. I can't win. So now you're dismissing people, but you ask very defensive, honey. I will not be bombarded by Mia's representative. You wish you had a representative. Who the are you? Bitch, who are you?
What is your name?
Candiace.
Oh, okay. So if we don't have anything else, happy birthday to me.
Because who wants to be on a boat with someone that's acting like an asshole?
And I wanted to invite her to come on the boat with us.
Your birthday is over.
It's a month.
You know what? I'm so proud of Candiace. Candiace could have read all of them down for filth, but instead she just left them all stunned. They didn't have a clue what to say when Candiace told them, when I cuss you guys the hell out, I'm loud and aggressive. When I move on, I'm defensive. I can't win. And that is the truth. If she would have read each and every last one of them for filth, they would have absolutely said, oh, see, this is why nobody likes her. This is why no one likes to deal with her, because she's so aggressive. Even though the two most aggressives are sitting right there at the table, light skin, Robin and Mia, the two most aggressive. Are you kidding me right now? And Jacqueline, girl, listen, let me give you some advice. Just eat your food. Eat your food and shut the hell up, assistant. I mean, Candiace said, ta-ta-ta-ta. Who are you again? I don't even know your name. Like, girl, be quiet. And Mia just said, Candiace. That was all she said. You wasn't jumping in trying to say anything smart because you know Candiace would have ate you the hell up. You and your little friend, who's not your friend no more. I'm pretty sure every episode that goes by that Jacqueline is being the assistant, taking out the trash, borrowing deodorant and toothpaste and hairbrushes, and Mia talking to her like shit. I'm sure every episode that goes by, she's thinking, how embarrassing is this? I really stood up 10 toes down for this woman who is treating me like shit, and now we're not even friends. So shut all the way to hell up. Candiace leveled her with ease. And the rest of them was just sitting there at the table silent. That's where you should stay. Stay parked in silence. These ladies have irritated me. The way Jacqueline, Mia, Giselle, Robin, Charisse, the way they are all handling this is so disgusting. Mia is the aggressive one. Mia is the one who threw her drink, hit Wendy with her purse and threw her cell phone, broke her nails, acted a fool, but you are supporting this while exiling Wendy. This just doesn't make sense. And Charisse, she looks like this every single scene. Charisse, we don't want you. How much longer are we going to have to deal with this woman? Goodness gracious, I'm sick of that woman. And you know, Karen apologizes to Mia, and I don't understand that. Why was Karen apologizing? And then Mia says that she accepts her apology. You know, one thing she loves is somebody who can fess up to their wrongs and take accountability. When the hell are you going to take your accountability for your wrongs? You got all up in that woman's personal business that didn't have anything to do with you. Then you got pissed off when she told you off and threw a drink, a purse, and a cell phone. When are you going to take some accountability? That boat. Listen, there was nothing luxe about this trip. I said, you know, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they wouldn't have this bullshit. They really wouldn't. This house is not on South Beach. It has been a mess ever since. There hasn't been any luxury spa. There hasn't been any deep sea diving. Nothing. They have not been able to swing their hair around, flap all over the yacht. None of that. They are on some kind of paddle, rent a boat. They had $95 Lambo rentals where Giselle, I don't know. I mean, this was terrible. And you know, after Candiace made that comment about Giselle's neck, the whole episode, I just kept staring at that woman's neck. And then when she brought up Robin's behavior and said neck rolls, the damn editors / producers of the show zeroed right into Giselle's neck. I said, you know what? They are going to make this woman self-conscious. Next season, Giselle is going to have a whole new neck. It's going to be tightened up. Oh boy, this was a mess. Then Robin made some kind of statement about she didn't want to get on the boat with Candiace because Candiace is an asshole. Robin, every time you look in the mirror, you're looking at the asshole. The asshole is you.
I'm tired of her bullshit. She's fake as fuck. She gets on my motherfucking nerves.
I mean, seriously. And then she wants to talk about Mia being a bad host. Ma'am, you hosted that family fun day. And nobody wants that shit. I'm just saying, don't talk about Mia's hosting, even though she is a bad host. Oh, what the hell am I talking about? Oh, I just want to say too, after tonight's episode, for the people who don't think that these ladies have an agenda, I hope you realize after this episode, there's clearly an agenda. The agenda is to get rid of Candiace and Wendy. That is the agenda. And so far, it's not working because Wendy and Candiace are not going anywhere. Sorry, did anybody else notice that when Candiace was in the car with Robin, Charisse, and Ashley, and she said she wanted to invite Wendy, Robin was making faces and, I said, what are you, 12? Use your words. Grow the hell up. And then when Wendy got there, she did everything she could not to talk to Wendy. She don't want to talk about her marriage in front of people who don't like her. Well, then shut up, because we know that wedding's not happening. We know that you are Juan's roommates. And according to the previews for the rest of the season, Juan has a girlfriend with blonde hair like Karen. Or a blonde wig like Karen. I'm just saying. Mia also made some kind of comment when she was talking to Jacqueline. She said something about, if Candiace is still friends with Wendy and Wendy is still here, why isn't she at the hotel with Wendy? She didn't say that about Ashley or Karen. Just Candiace.
Robin and everybody doing neck rolls, dirty work.
At this point, Mia is just taking this way too far. Okay, she is on team way too much.
You disrespectful little brat.
What? Yeah, I'm a what now? I'm a brat? And what are you? What are you, Mia? A bully?
You're not gonna jump in and just fend your
Mind your own damn business.
Oh, this is my business.
No, it's
you like
not.
to jump in? Go ahead,
I can
jump
do
in.
whatever the I want to.
Ooh,
Okay?
ooh,
Sit your ass right there.
I'm sitting, bitch.
First she videotaping people, now she got her own speaker.
None of these bitches are real. They're all fake. These hoes.
All these hoes. No one is loyal.
I do appreciate the ambush. This was very nice. I wouldn't have said it on my live if I didn't mean it.
To quote the ancient African proverb, I said what I said.
Why are you here?
Said that you were dating other men, that you were out with other men.
Did you say that about me and my husband?
No.
What is she talking about?
What are you talking about?
Unless you have names, pictures,
Yes.
numbers, shut the up. Don't. Why would I say that? Candiace is crying.
Yes, bitch, I'm crying. Is it a problem?
So out of order again, Robin pulling out that speaker. To me, it just turned out to be desperate and somewhat of a fail, because anything and everything that Candiace said on her IG live, she says that to them all the time. And not only that, when you put something out on IG live, people watch it, people see it, they listen to it, they screen record it, they share it with others. So it wasn't as if she was trying to hide it from them. It just came off a little goofy and stupid. And the fact that both of these women plotted on doing this, oh, everybody needs to know because she's talking about everybody. No, I think she was talking about majority of these ladies, but not all of them. I don't think she was talking about Robin. And I don't think that she was talking about Karen or Wendy. You know, after this, she's definitely talking about Robin. You know, she even said on Watch What Happens Live, which, by the way, if you guys did not see Watch What Happens Live, please do. There was this comedian guy on there. I don't know if he's a stand-up comedian or he's an actor or something, but honey, he's funny as hell. His name is Matt something. And Good God. He read Robin, Giselle, and Mia and Ashley to the damn ground. I said, bring him back every week. I don't know who he was, but he was funny as hell. Do check out Watch What Happens Live. Candiace saying that it was a ambush what Robin did. It absolutely was. And they're talking about it wasn't an ambush, it was just Robin. Actually, it was you and Robin, Giselle. But it doesn't take 18 million people to be an ambush. That was an ambush because Candiace was with you all day. You could have brought it up to her then. You knew exactly what you were doing. When Ashley decided that it was her time to bring up that Candiace had said that Karen was out in these streets with men, Ashley didn't have to do that. You could look at Candiace's face. You could also look at Karen's face and realize that that broke their hearts. They were both upset. Candiace was devastated that Karen heard about it, and Karen was devastated to know that Candiace would say something like that. You know, I did see an interview a couple months back where Karen said that there was a time throughout the season that they had a rocky time, her and Candiace, but they made up and they're on, you know, better terms now. And, you know, there was a lot going on. Some people were saying, oh, Candiace is lying. She said that. She said that. Other people were saying that the editors took it out of context. You know, Candiace even said that the editors took it out of context. Now, I don't know if she meant what we seen, the final product was taken out of context, but I went back and watched that scene and it was not taken out of context. She said that Karen was out in them streets. And I have put the screenshots of the conversation in this video so you can see what she said. A lot of people are saying she said, Sharice said that, but there was no mention of Sharice if you go back to that episode and watch it. Now, I don't know if she mentioned Sharice and then when the show aired, they took that part out to make it look like Candiace was saying that, because it's very possible. It's very possible that when they actually have the raw footage, Candiace did mention that Sharice was saying that, but not the footage that aired. So my thing would be, Candiace, just go to Karen and apologize. I know that Karen will accept your apology. What really pissed me off is when Ashley admitted that she invited Wendy to dinner. Then you have Sharice. I said, just shut your mouth. Just shh real quick, because you shouldn't even be here. We don't want you. We don't want to be bothered. Sharice says, well, I just think it was wrong for you to invite Wendy here without asking any of us. Girl, you are here on a wing and a prayer. You are a visitor. You are an assistant, just like Jacqueline. Shut the hell up. I'm just saying. Good gracious of life. Not only that, Giselle and Robin acting like Candiace should have never invited Wendy. But don't you remember last season when you guys invited Ashley to Williamsburg and Candiace didn't want Ashley there, but you invited her? Wendy apologized to Mia. I don't think that Wendy should ever apologize to Mia. Jacqueline made some kind of comment that Mia needs apologies. No, ma'am. Mia needs to be going on an apology tour. She needs to apologize to Wendy, Ashley, Candiace, and Karen. No, ma'am. Nobody needs to apologize to Mia. And I'm really pissed off because she got not one but two apologies this episode. And she's the one who is the bully. Just like Ashley said. She's going to call Ashley disrespectful little brat. Girl, who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? And then she's going to try to chuckle it off. Ashley said, what? No, ma'am, you big bully. And you know what? Even though Ashley and Candiace cannot get along, I love the takedown. Honey, listen, Ashley wraps Mia up in a nice bow, and then Candiace came in. She comes over to Jacqueline and she says, oh, you don't have anything to say, assistant? You're not going to jump in and defend your girl? Jacqueline is going to tell her to sit down. She said, I'm sitting. I mean, what? Listen, Ashley and Candiace, y'all are the tag team we need. If only Ashley would learn how to act. Girl, just shut up and leave Candiace alone. Robin says, why are you here? For the same reason you're here, for the check to pay for the house that's in your name and not Juan's. That's why she's there. Get the hell out of here, Juan's roommate. Please go home. And Giselle made some kind of comment. She's not falling into the pool. If anybody's falling in the pool, it's not her. And then they all looked at each other. Wendy's looking at them and they all bust out laughing. I said, oh my God, if it's not Regina George and her girl crew, get the hell out of here, these childish women. Did you guys hear that nasty story that Mia was saying about sharing one of her boyfriends with Jacqueline? And Jacqueline made that comment at the first dinner about Gordon's tongue. I said, oh yeah, y'all share. Y'all nasty. That's all right. I mean, some people are into it. And if you're into it, go ahead with your bad self. I'm a tiny bit of a prude. Tiny bit. But you know what I mean? I don't want to share my friend's husband or boyfriends. I'm good. If my friend's been there, I don't want to go. I'm just saying, they friendship different. And did anybody else think it was weird that she was telling Ashley how attractive Jacqueline finds her? And it seemed like Giselle was a little jealous, didn't it? I think Giselle was absolutely jealous. But you know, maybe Jacqueline is not into necks. I'm just saying. So after they leave there, Giselle goes back to bed because, you know, her neck was wet from, you know, the hurricane that was a-coming.
There's a hurricane a-coming. A-coming?
And so they go to the club and it says 4 hours later. I said, I be damned. These women is at the club. Y'all been at this club for over 4 hours. Honey, listen, they were having a good time. Robin and Wendy was hugged in the corner. Wendy was telling Robin how much she loves her. They was friendly. You know what I mean? Candiace and Mia showing their boobs together. Mia was rubbing all down the grand dame. You know, they were having a great time. And then they get in the car. And lo and behold, Candiace rips Robin a new ass. Ashley tries to jump in and say something. It was just a mess. And Karen, I am so sorry. Don't you ever entrust your birthday month with these women. This is terrible. I certainly hope that when Karen got home, Ray surprised her with more flowers and a beautiful birthday cake, because listen, this birthday was definitely a disappointment. I mean, this whole trip was a disappointment, but at least we see they have an international trip coming up later in the season, which of course, you know, the ladies over at Salt Lake, they have to see America first, thanks to Jen Shaw and her bond restrictions. Anyway, you guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.